am back to finish the cover, and I've already kind of got that started and have my thoughts laid out. I did take, and I don't know if you can see it, but I did emboss the roof of what's going to be the front and the back. In hindsight, I had used a clear, but I really wished I would have used white, but then I don't know if the white would have covered up all the little tiles, but it's just dirty snow. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to go in and frost all of the trees, and then these will become my covers. I started out doing this spine. I was originally going to just put a bunch of these around. I just cut out circles and curved them, and then I didn't like it, so I thought, nope, I really want something else. So I took my border punch and I decided that that was going to look much better. So I have a few pieces here of things I'm going to be using for the cover. I'm going to use my corners on front and back. This was just a piece that this was not long enough for me, so I made the other one. I'm going to be using, I think this is called a post for the closure, and I will put that on along with the hair tie to wrap it. There will be a hole here in the back with a grommet in it, and then that will go through it and that will latch it, and then I'm going to fill it. So I'm going to get my sparkling done, and then we're going to move on from there. All right, it's time to start wrapping this journal up. So I have put in my pages, or my graphics on the front and the back, and this came from the kit. I put on my spine. I have to go back and do a little bit more touch up on gluing. That's not a big deal. And I always go through and check them before I sell them. So this is a nameplate. I'll put a little piece of paper or cardboard or something in there so that they can put, you know, who the journal's for if they so choose to do. So you can see, I hope, I did some embossing on here. I used Wink of Stella on here, but then the paper has a little bit of a shimmer to it, and I don't know if you can see it. Everything else around it looked really dull, and so I thought, well, I have to brighten that up. Well, I made my own shimmer, and I don't remember how I did this, but Amanda Charlesworth from Create with Scrimpin' Mommy, she showed us how to do this. It's like rubbing alcohol, water, mica powder, and a couple of beads in the bottom. So I spritzed the front and the back with that just to give it a little more shimmer. Like, you might not be able to see it there, but I can see it down in here where the Wink of Stella is just a little more prominent. So anyway, I love how that came out. And then I put my corners on, front and back. And then I put my doorknob, or can't remember what I said it was, but gosh, isn't it funny how you know these things at one minute and then the next you don't? It's just too many products. So I put a grommet in the back, or eyelet. They're called eyelets, but they're known as grommets too in other materials. And it is loose, but I have not filled this up yet, so it probably will be tighter. So I've made it quite loose, but I can always change this out. And this is just literally a hair tie that I just put through and looped it, and then that becomes the closure. All right, so I'm looking at a few things that I want to put in here. I've gone through my Christmas stashes because the journal's so vintagey type looking. I don't want stark white, so I'm going to be coffee dyeing these items. I tried to keep it just gingerbread. If I did have anything extra, I don't want to put like Santa Claus or anything. I want it just to be gingerbread. And then I think what I'm going to do is on a couple things, I have papers, you know, that's going to be put in here. I made a Carrie the Crafter tag which I call it Carry the Crafter because he's the one that taught me how. So basically it is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You fold it, you put it in your thirds, you clip off your corners, and you have a tag. But when you open it up, you have journaling. So I'm also going to do a little bit of stamping. I have nothing in gingerbread, nothing. But I do have these, and I thought, oh, that could be pretty nice. So I'm going to go through, and any types of papers that I put in there, I'm going to go ahead and stamp them. I think I need my small one. So I'm not going to do a lot of this on camera, but I will show you the Carry the Crafter one that I like to use. And I'm going to see how dark, because this is Mary Merlot. This is from Stampin' Up. I don't know if they have the product anymore, as I am not a Stampin' Up demonstrator any longer. But this was one of the colors I really liked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a secondary stamp. So I stamped it here. And for anyone who's not familiar, when you don't want such a dark impression and you want it to be lighter, you stamp it off on your a separate piece of paper first, and then you stamp it onto your project, and then you just don't get such a dark, heavy effect. So in this one, I just kind of stamp in different spots because it's going to open up. So I might do this one. Let's go this way. And then when it's closed, of course, you know, you'll see this. And I'll go through. I don't know if I'm going to use any other stamps. I think this was the only one I found that really caught my interest. So, and I just sort of haphazardly, and then I'll do more of that on the inside, and then you can you know, journal all around this. Let's see, I'll turn this one this way, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'll open it up and I'll just put a few around, and I'm not being too in particular about it. But I know one of these times I'll forget to stamp off because that's just what I do. I'm going to turn it around, put one here. Okay, and then fold it back up, and then that's going to be tucked in somewhere. And I'll probably put something on the front because this will have more like sayings and stuff in it as well. You know, like gingerbread cookies are good. I don't know. But I'll do this probably throughout some pages on the journal. So let's do this. We're going to start going through with just the ephemera that the kit came with. And I'll just start going through and deciding, you know, where I want things. And then there'll be papers and stuff added. But I'm just going to get tags into pockets right now. And I don't like to just do it all like in a row. I do it randomly so that I don't use up all the big tags, and then I come to the next spot and I don't have any of the smaller tags. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing that, and then we're going to come back with the final flip. It's done. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, thanks for stopping back by. If this is your first time, come on in and see what I do. This is one of them. So I have been working on this gingerbread album for a while because I stop and do other things. And oh my goodness, this is chunky. It is 3 signatures. It's absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And I have it finished. So first of all, let's just start with the cover. So I've done processes before on how I make my cover. I believe this is in part 1 of the video. And what I did was I took more of the collection and covered one of the pages, which you won't find on the inside because I left this specifically for this book. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I embossed all of the snow on the house. And then I also used Wink of Stella on the trees, but then I spritzed it as well with a sparkly type shimmer, I guess it was what it would be. So if you turn it over, I did the same on the back. I did the embossing, and then I did Wink of Stella on the trees. And it may not pick it up on camera, but it's a little more defined with the Wink of Stella. And then the sparkle shimmer is just kind of brought the rest of it back to life. I used a, oh, I can never remember what these are. I just call them the little doorknobs. So I used a little doorknob for a closure. I used a eyelet to string through a rubber band that I didn't use. It was specifically bought to do these. And then, yeah, that's our closure. And I also added my corners, front and back. I also added a nameplate, so this can be removed and put back in with a nameplate for gifting. And then the back side, the brown paper, and you probably can't see it either, but the brown paper looked real dull compared to everything else. So I took my shimmer spray and sprayed that. I have a ribbon going through, and then these are just some jewelry findings. My mom was a she hoarded a lot of beading or jewelry, or she was known to buy jewelry and take it apart and then use pieces of it. And this was some of the stuff that came from her stash. And I just think it turned out beautiful. So I just basically glued it with E6000. And yeah, it's pretty sticky. They're movable because it's just in the middle. But yeah, they shouldn't go anywhere because E6000 is a really good adhesive. So a quick note about the shimmer, and I'm going to just hold this right here. This I was taught by Create with Scrimping Mommy, Amanda Charlesworth, and I actually wrote down when she did this video, October 26, 2021, if you want to look it up. And she goes through the process of different inks and stuff that you can use to make your powders. I don't have a lot of them because I didn't want to make random ones just to have them. But I did make this pearl one. And this is what I used to spray. So this is the only one I have. I won't make another one unless I decide I need it, a different color I want to spray paper. Anyway, enough of that. All right, let's dig in. This is chunky. It is 3 signatures. So I have a belly band to start out with, and I'm not going to take all the papers out, but as you can see, I designed my pockets and tuck spots to match up and line up with the paper. Is it a little extra work? Yup, but I think it's worth it, and I think this shows that it is worth it. So I have some other little pockets that you're going to see. I've just added some paper, and I took the pieces of things I had trimmed off and I made tags out of them. So I just backed them with other coffee dyed paper. But this is also a journaling. You can journal here, journal on your paper, and also the little tag. So this was my little window pocket that I absolutely love. And I just put a few things in there. I tag here, journaling back here. I just did a video short on printing on business cards. And what I did wrong in that video was on the one particular card, I printed on the front and tried to print on the back, but the back side, the ink would come off on my hand because I realized the back side was not meant to absorb ink, where the front side of your card, your business card, is, because you don't normally back your back side of the card. So anyway, I made a bunch of these, and then I just used my little tag cutter and made some tags for them, and then I just backed these, you know, with paper. I got my little envelope out that has all my stash in it, little bits and pieces, and that's what I do with it. And writing here. And then I have more paper. I have coffee dyed. I've added some more tag toppers. This was just extra of paper. I did another one here. And there was, most everything came from the kit, but there were a few freebies that I went into my folder and did a couple. So each signature has a middle pocket like this one, and I designed every one the same, that you'll see that as we go along. Okay, and this one is a long pocket, so if you take these out, this one goes all the way through. And then of course it has another piece of paper back here to journal, and then some little tags in the bottom. Then my little side pocket here, this was extra of what I had cut apart, so when I was doing my middle pockets, so I used those for journaling. I left this one blank. This is the, I call this one the Gail Augustinelli. I don't know where she learned it from, but I learned it from her, and I don't know what she called it, but I like to make these. They're so cute. And you just pull those little tags out, and then you have more journaling. I also used a stamp and my Mary Marlowe from Stampin' Up, and I incorporated that into the book throughout. I left that one blank. I have a little tuck spot here. This one, I loved this pocket too. So I mentioned this in, I believe, part 2, where I just cut around and then made this awesome little tuck spot that you can tuck little goodies in. I absolutely loved that. I thought, oh, that's so cool. I like to do different stuff because sometimes you just make the same stuff over and over. So I like to mix it up a little bit. Another pocket. I left that one blank. You can write here. This is all journaling. And then again, I used a little bit of leftovers. Made a tag from that. Coffee dyed a winter scene. Added my Mary Marlowe. And again, more here. This came from a freebie, and I thought, well, that looked pretty cute, so I'm going to put that there along with some paper. We have a couple little pockets here, little envelopes. This came with the kit. I will link or say where I got this in the description. And actually this one is a slide through as well, so if you wanted to put a long tag, which I might switch a couple of those around or make a long tag, but you can make a long tag all the way to the bottom. And then more paper here with a side tuck spot. Now this one is a belly band, and I have to go in and add a little piece of writing paper, but I just used a coffee dyed envelope, so that will become journaling. Another side pocket, I just added some interesting paper along with another freebie that I get from, oh gosh, I don't remember now. There's so many of them, it's really hard to remember. These actually came from Amanda Charlesworth. I do know that because I got into my stash to find something different. A couple little papers with the stamp. These are little tuck spots that you can journal on. And then there's a double pocket here, so a little tag. Another side pocket. This was from a freebie on one of my Facebook groups. I had another one of these little pamphlets. I might change that top. I don't know, it doesn't look too bad. It was flowers, but I might put something more gingerbready over top of it, but I might just leave it. And then an extra as well, an extra tag. I left that one for journaling. You can journal back there. A index card. And then this is a little envelope. It's got a little piece of paper in there that you can journal on. I really had fun with this one, and when I get towards the end I get real anxious and just like I want to get it done because I want to show everybody. So this is a bigger piece of paper using the stamp with the belly band. but I get anxious. I want to show everyone, and then it's like, no, just finish. Stay the course. Just some writing, just some, I didn't cover that one up. I have so much going on in here. Another couple little pockets. That one coming apart. Oh, I actually forgot I did this. Geez, I forgot my own stuff. So if you flip that up, it's got magnets on it, and you have another journaling spot. Oh, come on. Yeah, I forgot I did that. That's funny. Okay. It'll be a surprise to someone who gets the journal, who's like, oh, I didn't know I did that. Apparently the creator didn't either. I might throw this one down that long spot and do paper and do that smaller tag here. And then we have, oh, and then this opens up. It has some more journaling. And G for gingerbread. And then just journaling on this one. More tags with pockets. Another belly band with a card made from the cutoffs. This came from a kit that I thought, well, that looks really good in there. So I left that. This came with the kit. I did the journaling. And then this one, of course, you see it all lines up and matches. I don't know why I love doing that, because you don't see it once you put paper in there, but I don't know, I just love it. And then this is a little envelope, and I tried something new. So I made a little circle and put an eyelet in there, because I wanted this to stay shut. So when you open it, you just put it back around, and it really doesn't matter if it goes up or down, but you just can't have it covering where you're gonna start to circle that back around. And that just kept it shut. And just kind of maneuver that, and cute, huh? Cute. I never did one of those before. Another side tuck. Oh, missed a page. Another little pocket. Another cutoff. And I always back them like this. Actually, this came out of, now that I think about it, this came out of this. And I just left it because I'm like, it's thick enough. It's fine. And you can still write on that. And I just cornered the edges. So nothing goes to waste if you can help it. And then another, this came from, I think this came from Amanda too. I think it was a freebie. Another little pocket. And then, of course, my Carrie the Crafter tag. I don't know that he invented it, but he's the one that showed me how to do it. So I love putting these tags because it's a great journaling spot. I don't think I can fit anything else in here. So another thing I noted I did, and I didn't realize it, was when I put my rubber band on, my hair tie on, I put my eyelet right in the slot where this is supposed to slip in. And I had forgotten I did a side, slide in. If I had done it from the top, I could have went that way, but I forgot that I had done that. So you can still slip this in there. So I just put this paper here so that whoever gets it understands that you still can slip something in there. You just got to work at it a little harder now. And then I'll probably stamp, photo opportunity here or something. So then there's the back of the journal. And there we have it. It is awesome. I love it. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. See you in the next one. Bye.